Andy Hnilo joins us, our baseball analyst. We couldn't get Jim on to talk baseball connection issues. Gives us more time with you, Andy. Welcome to the RP Show, brother. How are you?
Hey, better now. Hey, it's so nice to meet you, Rod. How are you?
It's nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm 100%, man. 100%. I wish my smile could match that one of yours. But, Andy, before we get into the Major League Baseball playoffs and then talk about Alatero, would you mind telling our viewers and me a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind?
No, sure. Thank you. My name is Andy Hnilo. I'm 42 years old. I'm originally from Northern California. Grew up obsessed with picks in general, but focused in on baseball. I was a top 100 player coming out of high school, played with Adam Lowen. I'm not sure if you know those names early on. But yeah, graduated in 2000, went to UC Berkeley on a baseball scholarship. Played on 3 Division I teams in 4 years of eligibility. Had a draft party my junior year, wasn't drafted, lost my timing at the plate. They turned me into a pitcher my senior year, developed a circle change, and I was set to be our closer senior year at St. Mary's, West Coast Conference, partially toured the rotator. So I went from 91, 92 down to 84, 86, and I was getting banged around a little bit. And so long story short, wasn't drafted, moved down to Los Angeles, California, where my roommate was an actor auditioning for a baseball film called Great American Dream. And I was running lines with him, going back and forth, and I was fresh out of baseball. So I wasn't, thinking about the script. When you're not overthinking things, you kind of nail, the lines in this case. And I was adding my own twist. And he's like, dude, you're pretty good at this. Have you ever thought about, taking a step into acting? And it was kind of cool that he brought it up, but I hadn't even dreamt about it. But he got me an audition without representation or a manager in LA. That never happens. It's a needle in a haystack role just to get called in based on the submission from your agent or manager. And I remember just getting in, like my first audition ever. I got a call back. Billy Snow's his name. We started laughing about it. Got another call back. Really started locking in. By this time, he was out of the running for the role, kind of coaching me. And I got a screen test, ended up booking that role as the lead in a feature film. And the director let me go off script, and I was fresh out of ball. So I was kind of just being me. The role was me in college, kind of. So I had so much fun. I shot for 6 weeks, got representation from that, and fell into the entertainment industry in under 6 months. Got my SAG card and just rode that out for a little bit. But that all came to a halt. March 20, 2011, I was crossing the street and got hit by a westbound heading Land Rover, hit into the eastbound lane, run over by a Tundra, clothes cut off me in the middle of the street. And I woke up at Cedars-Sinai ICU with a compound fracture of my jaw, with my chin going through the bottom, like the middle of my mouth to beneath my left ear, 7 broken ribs, collapsed lung, just unrecognizable. And a very long story made short, that's where Alatero was born. I went around town kind of sharing this 4 clay-based facial treatment mask. I didn't have a name, definitely didn't plan on ever having a business around it, but I wanted to see if people kind of felt the same results as I was seeing. My abrasions were completely healed. My scarring obviously wasn't, but the swelling was mitigated from the microcirculation from the clays. And I just fell in love with scar healing naturally and finding natural elements that serve the skin. And I didn't want to leave the house, so I had a lot of time on my hands. People look you in the eyes and they immediately look down at my jaw, and I was missing my front 3 teeth. Jaw was wired shut. It was very humbling, and it was important to go through that. To reach a bottom and then build yourself back up with something that you create, and it's now helping others feel better about what they see in the mirror. I can't imagine doing anything else besides baseball. So this is an honor to be talking to you, and thank you for having me on.
Ooh, hell of a story. And it sounds like you found the secret that you can't appreciate the light without experiencing the dark, right? And you turned a tragic event into a positive. That's amazing, which we're going to come back around that in a second. So you're a baseball guy. I spent the summer working in minor league baseball, but I wouldn't put myself up in the knowledge of a guy like yourself. So I will say this. How much is MLB drooling at this Yankees, Dodgers, or Mets World Series possibility out here? Man, what do you think they're thinking?
The Subway Series is, I mean, it's perfectly aligned right now. I, you know, during the playoffs, it all comes down to pitching and consistency with that, and one person getting hot that you're not expecting to, in my opinion. So we're looking for, like, for instance, Josh Naylor. I believe he's due. I think he's hitting around 250 right now. Hasn't really caught the power in the plate, starting to drive in runs, and look for him and Jose Ramirez. Once they catch up, I think the Yankees, will have some trouble there. The Yankees are clicking on all cylinders. I believe that midseason acquisition of Jazz Chisholm just electrified the roster, and having somebody as versatile as Jazz, infield, outfield, as well as a personality, speed on the base paths, that game-changing speed, as well as somebody getting hot. It's going to be a very interesting series with on both sides.
Already is, but I'm dying to ask you this. We all thought pitching won in the playoffs, but now people are saying, no. It's the long ball. It's offense and home runs. Has that changed? Like, what do you think is going to get it done this time of year?
Well, that's a great point. The thing is, the Dodgers have a lot of hittable pitchers, in my opinion. Walker Buehler, not the same Walker Buehler as he was in 2018, 19. Flaherty, very hittable. Fastball pitcher. I mean, 94, 95, 96, but it's straight, in my opinion. You need a little movement, like Clase, a little cut to throw them off. Manea's got a little cut from the Mets. But if you're throwing, at this high-level game with the stakes on the line right now, if you're a fastball-based pitcher that can kind of miss over the middle, that's going to turn into a long ball game.
Well, Game 5 of the NLDS, Dodgers 2, Padres 0. I had my money on you, Darvish. So there's an example where pitching won. I'm not moving off pitching winning. And Aaron Judge hasn't done anything yet. Wait until he does. That's kind of how I'm looking at it with the Yankees.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you saw Rizzo last night, but he took a couple aggressive hacks at the plate. Looks like he's getting on time towards the baseball. And he's another guy off the bench. If he just ignites some of that spark that he had with the Chicago Cubs, I think that could be a game changer. But the Indians, Naylor, Ramirez, Clase's lights out. He's good for a 6-out save, in these times. So that's 2 innings right there. He, the Cleveland starters, I don't know. I think the Yankees really liking Luke Dreamweaver coming in, lights out. He's got that momentum. He seems locked in and focused on the mound. Just that war cry after that last, so we'll have to see. But when you have pitchers delivery, you can try. Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, no, I'm saying when you have pitchers delivering and getting that electricity passing the ball, you can feel it, like reliever to reliever, that like shutdown mode. Back to the Chapman days, Clase's got that. Do the Dodgers have that? Mets with Diaz, I really feel like closing that game out. Diaz with all that momentum, the unpredictability early on in the season, now getting that adrenaline going. I just really feel like, having a tightened up bullpen, the Dodgers not quite as developed in the momentum perspective. This is all momentum right now in this stage of the playoffs, in my opinion.
Absolutely. And it's a fantastic Final Four. Well, Andy, we're already almost out of time. The reason you're here is not just to chat baseball, but also Alaterra. I'm so excited to bring you on board as the sponsor of our text line. As you see, it's been getting a workout throughout the program already. Man, maybe we should just talk about that and about the product again and how it's going to help a lot of people.
Absolutely. So Alaterra is Latin for feeding and nourishing. Your skin being your largest organ, it's important to treat it with ingredients that you can consume as close to food grade as possible. So when I was formulating my original product, that's what I paid attention to. I just would look on store shelves and every product had some type of hole, whether it was a toxic preservative or unnecessary filler or fragrance. You can source all of these components naturally. It just takes a little bit longer to get the emulsion down perfectly, but through bee products, through a collection of organic botanicals and plant-derived stem cells and nutrient-dense superfoods, based on the particle size, I think that helps regenerate your skin during the cell turnover process, feeding it live, nutrient-dense, antioxidant-rich ingredients to help just generate a thicker, more lively complexion and staying consistent with that over time, not having to worry about toxins and toxic buildup over time. On average, there's a study that women leave the house with over 160 government-recognized carcinogens through 12 products. You're thinking makeup, deodorant, hairspray, perfume. I mean, something you're doing daily. It unfortunately does build up over time. So it's just important. It's fun for me too, because this was all theory. And it turns out now organic food versus organic food. That organic food with the pesticides, it becomes a part of that fruit or plant. Then you consume it. It gets into your bloodstream, something you're doing daily. Now they're pointing out, yes, that does matter, organic versus non-organic. I promise you it's the same thing with skincare and the synthetic ingredients that they allow on store shelves and the thousands of ingredients that they don't allow in Europe that they allow in the United States. Like, it's just everything. I believe it costs a little bit more, but we're not using the toxic preservatives. We're using a biophotonic glass that allows only the good violet light to enhance the life of our natural ingredients in the products. It limits the oxidation of are often raw organic botanicals and just enhances the life of natural products. That's what it originally was made for. So that's, every part that we can optimize 9 years ago would not change anything of my ingredient decks. It's just, there's a beautiful, in my opinion, beautiful movement because a lot of people are looking for, clean products and there are holes. Ours is as good as I can, physically and mentally make it. So I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, you should be, man. And this has been awesome chatting baseball with you today. I want to say welcome to the team. Let's bring you on again, our Chat World Series, when that rolls around. And Aliterra.com is where people can find you. Andy, thanks for this, man. Enjoy the ball.
Oh, thank you so much, Rod. Very nice to meet you.
Andy Hnilo from Aliterra Skincare, brand new partners of ours, and it's the Aliterra text line. Let's see what's happening on that when we come back, all right?